Hey everybody, Rosematter here. Welcome to part 2 of my Stanley Parable Let's Play. First of all, I want to thank you guys so much for the positive feedback on the first part. I'm always a little nervous when I start new Let's Plays, especially this one because it is such a different game than I'm used to playing on the channel. But you guys seem to be enjoying it, so I'm happy to continue on. And it's also nice to play something that is not scary, something with a little bit of a sense of humor for once. So anyway, we got a couple of endings in the last one, and now I'm just going to go on and see if I can unlock some other ones.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Also, I apologize for clicking so much in the last episode. I figured it was maybe one of those games where if I clicked things enough, things would happen, but apparently that's not the case, so I will try and calm down on the clicking in this episode. So, those of you who watched the first part, I will probably fast forward or skip some things unless something new happens.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate but eager to get
Back to business. Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm just speedrunning this, basically. Oh my god, I've never been in this room before. I always went... Oh my gosh. Yeah, I always went that... I totally... Wow. How in all of those times I played, I never played this part. Okay. Cool.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Caution, do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Okay, whatever that means. Oh, this is cool. Yay for new areas. Oh, it looks like I'm going to need a key card of some kind. Maybe I need to find a key card. Well, if it was in there, I'm not going to be able to find it now. Oh, can I go through that door through there? Oh boy, everything's locked. Okay. I guess I just have to keep going this way.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've
there's
been
another
neglecting,
door there.
Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her? Wonder if... They did say something about Stanley having a wife?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Ooh.
To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Does this bring me back the way that I came from? I'm wondering. Oh, this is very dark. Ooh. Ooh, I don't... Oh! Whoa! Hi! Hello.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Yeah, I guess I don't have a choice. Wonder what happens if I don't do it, though. Will it stop ringing? Will I be stuck in this room forever? There's a cord as well. Can I do anything with that? Oh my god, I can! Oh my god, I actually clicked on something and it actually did something.
But with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible.
Well, I'll find a way.
Double check.
I can't believe I was actually able to do that.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Oh, I kind of wish
Music
I'd gotten that
comes in,
exit,
fade
or
to
that
white,
ending.
Roll credits.
I'll do that
Not
next
picking
time.
up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely.
Well,
it's as though you completely
I did that in the
ignored
last
even the
one.
most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh my god.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Oh my god, is he okay? Do I actually have to do this? Practice.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Oh my
Welcome
gosh.
back.
What?
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative
Please,
contradiction.
I'm begging.
But not to worry. Now that you're
Stop,
properly informed
stop,
on good
stop.
decision-making,
Danger everywhere.
we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago
Exit.
and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Oh, I can leave? Oh, am I gonna have to redo it? Yeah, it's gonna close. Oh, I can go back all the way? Oh.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
It's like he was
That
reading my
story
mind.
makes
I was
no
thinking
sense
about
at all.
falling off
We
the
just need to
platform.
get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Oh, there's so many places I could go, it looks like. Can I go back on? Oh, I missed all this. Do not jump from the cargo lift when it is in motion. Okay, well, if I'd seen that, I would have done that immediately. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off cargo lift, $5,000. Will you let me go back on? No? Okay. Oh, I guess I have to go all the way back then, don't I? I kind of wanted to see if I could just do the, picking up the phone, but then I saw that the door was open. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just go all the way. Oh, wow, it's letting me go all the way back. Okay. It wants me to go this way, doesn't it? And it's closed off that other door so that I can't go the other way either. It is railroading me back.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
But I want to do something else.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, you know what I'm going to do.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
And everything's just breaking down around me. I love it. And then it's, yeah, all the doors, there's just, okay. It's, and then everything is being warped. I love this. This is so cool. Someone told me about a window I could jump out of as well. I don't think it's one of these ones. One more time? No, okay. I guess I don't have a choice this time. Oh!
It's ruined.
Oh, wow.
I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that you... My story. You've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that?
Oh.
What did you think was so
Everything is
special about seeing
okay.
the game
All the
undone?
more thing to
Left here
remind me
like
of the
so
good
much
place.
garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't
Danger
live that
everywhere.
way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
Can I leave?
It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and
Nope.
you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious.
I already did that.
It
Old
would have been
news.
so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I wonder who's gonna break me. Or who's gonna break me. Who's gonna break first, me or the narrator?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Oh.
Behave exactly
All
as
right,
Stanley
all
would.
right. It's
that
railroaded
means
me
choosing
in.
responsibly and always putting the story first.
Okay, one more
I'm
time.
quite sure you'll
One
be
more
up to the
time.
task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that?
Okay.
Quickly,
It looks like
hurry.
it's... Yeah. All right. I do have to go to the one on the left.
Is behaving.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Uh-oh. Now I'm like, okay. Is this supposed to happen? Or did I break it?
When Stanley came to
Oh,
a set of 2
okay.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This game, it keeps playing with my mind. I'm like, did I legit break it? Did it freeze? Or is this the game just playing with me? It's like I'm messing with the narrator, and the narrator is messing back with me. Now, the thing is, how long do I wait before I determine that it's just a blank screen and I'm probably going to have to restart? So, let's begin the game again. Oh! Oh, this is different.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There
No
weren't
matter how hard
this
Stanley
many
looked,
papers
he
on the
couldn't
floor.
find a trace of his co-workers.
Now I feel like I am going a little insane. There were not this many papers on the ground before, right? I still want to find that window I can jump out of. Said something about an extra bright window. But I can't. They're all pretty bright. Dare I? Dare I go to the one to the right?
Two open doors,
I do dare.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm glad I can go this way because there were so many things that I wanted to do.
Yes.
In that
room.
That room.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I still can't believe I missed this entire place the first time I played. Looks like there's so many things I can do here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
And oop!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
'Cause I'm a rebel.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yeah.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh, I wonder if
I'm
I
not
can...
your enemy, really, I'm not.
Okay, let's see when it
I
lifts
realize
up.
that investing in
Can
your
I drop
trust in
down?
someone else can be difficult.
See if I can
but
get down on the
fact
platform.
Is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Okay.
There's
Oh!
someone...
Ooh! Ooh!
Really?
Ooh!
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Hell
Are you
yes.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to
Oh
you?
my goodness.
Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I can't believe I actually managed to do that. Whoa. Danger. Danger everywhere. And there's still those two doors that have the key reader, and I don't have a key card. Oh my gosh, there's so many things I can do. This is awesome. Okay, where are we going now? Whoops. Warning, do not stand on this side of the fence.
Now listen carefully, this
Oh.
is important.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door.
There's another door with a key card. Well, you guys know what I'm gonna do.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Ooh,
Broken
there's
rooms,
something over
exposed
there.
developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
And there?
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me
okay.
some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Okay, well, I can't say no. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices?
Oh,
Feel free to be
okay.
honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh, the Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. What if I go back this way again? Oh,
Now, would
Oh.
you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
oh,
In this
what
game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
But
do
of course,
anything.
the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
Oh my
So
God.
why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Guys, if you think I'm gonna be playing this for 4 hours, bye-bye, baby. Bye.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh my god.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with.
Can I jump?
Is
though?
it enough? Tell me that, Stanley.
I've never actually played
Will it ever
Minecraft,
be
so
Well, I'll
yeah.
say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here.
Oh.
No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it.
Am I
We
straight up gonna
must
be playing
rebuild
Minecraft
it
right
out
now?
of diamond. Diamond everything.
I'll have to
yes,
get a
yes. Come along,
tutorial.
Stanley. We have to go mining.
Okay, but I don't know how. I've literally never played Minecraft before. What do I do? This music's nice, though.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
I know about creepers. Am I gonna see a creeper down here? I'm a little scared. Oh, this is very...
Oh, no,
Dark.
no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Oh my God.
I don't even know
Portal
what this game
now?
is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box.
I
with
can
no
move
way
things.
out, listening to me talk.
Yeah.
Oh, it's inspired.
This is what I
couldn't have done
wanted.
it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
I'm just so happy I can actually move things around. How do I get out, though? Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Oh, derp. I'm gonna say something controversial. I played Portal Wasn't the biggest fan of it. I'm not a puzzle person, so that's why. I love the humor. It's similar to this, but I had a lot more fun watching my husband play it rather than me play it myself.
It's a puzzle.
Oh, critical thinking.
Stanley.
Not quite.
Your forte.
It's really not, though.
Genius.
As long as it doesn't get too complicated.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty.
Okay, thank you.
I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games.
Oh. Beta, Stanley Parable, alpha test, work in progress. Filing cabinets. Yeah, this game, I mean, it was meta before, but now it's gone. Ooh, okay, bye. Am I just gonna keep falling down deeper and deeper until... Oh. Okay, I'm like, how long is this ending gonna go on for, though, actually? I'm like, there's still so many endings I feel like I need to get. I need to answer the phone still. I need to go back and I need to go through the red door this time and see what that does. Do I have to just restart the game at this point? Am I just gonna wander down aisles forever? Ooh, ooh, I want to go in there. Sorry guys, there is still going to be some clicking. I mean, these things just look like they're meant for clicking. Oh boy, I don't know what to do. I guess I just want... Oh, okay. The game is... It's like the game heard me say that.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
No, and here is... I had this happen before.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Where it was completely
Stanley
different
decided
looking.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps...
Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two. Now it's only half there. Just a kind of, tingle.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Alright, let's see if I can get lucky again, going on that
Look,
platform.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic. Like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little.
Jesus.
This made him smile. I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone... What? Really?
Yes,
I was
finally.
in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why... I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Alright, we're gonna walk through the red door this time, and even if there's another ending that I could get from this area, I'm not gonna do it because I am so sick of jumping on that damn platform.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now.
Oh, am I just going in a square?
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Yeah, I'm just running in a square.
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much
Oh,
happier
I've just locked
if
myself
we
in,
just
haven't I?
Stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh. Oh? Oh no, another dark room. Okay.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Oh, okay, I can move. Alright. What is this? Whoa. Okay. Ooh.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
It is,
If we
actually.
just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Ooh, okay, this is like a trip right now. This is funky, I like this. Can I fall off the platform? No, okay. Just ruin the good vibe we've got going on here.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset.
Well,
We'll
you know
lose
I'm gonna.
all of this.
You know I'm gonna.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. No! Oh, thank God. You live. No. No, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room.
Alright, what happens if I do?
Can you do that? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Man, these are like the screensavers that my computer had in like the mid-2000s. So trippy. Alright, time to ruin the narrator's happiness.
No, perhaps not. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
It does seem that
Am I
way.
reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
I'm almost feeling
It
guilty.
looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back. Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Alright, I know you guys are probably sick of me going through the right door, but I feel like I'll do the telephone one, and then I think that'll be it, and then we'll try and do something
When
else.
Stanley came to a This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
Oh, 427, like
Okay, there we go.
his employee
All
number.
right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about
Your day.
Oh.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you
nice.
actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I like to think this is his revenge for me taking him away from his happy place.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427. Press P on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that
Oh,
demands
it's
nothing
like
of him.
how he has to
And
press the
every
button,
that he
and now
pushes
I'm pressing
is
the
a
button.
reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons.
Oh,
Doing
no, how
exactly
long
what
is
he's
this going
told
on
to
for?
do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic discoveries of new lands.
It's changing into
It was
his office.
wonderful.
Oh, that's
and
creepy.
each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press C to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press U to spend time with the boys.
So
just gonna
he went
turn
further.
into-
He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
I'm feeling this in my soul a little bit right now. About that idea of like being at work and like, you know, thinking in your head, having daydreams about things you could be doing or you wish you were doing, ways your life could be different.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Please press F to tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
I don't like this right now. This is getting too meta.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Oh, I don't like I can hear the ticking clock. All right, I'm trying to wait out the narrator, but I think I've got to press it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see?
Sometimes
How
literally.
can I make him look at himself?
Please press 0 to question nothing. Or O.
I suppose
There we
I
go.
can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
And Stanley
Jeez.
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
This game is freaking me out right now. Before it was all lighthearted, and now I'm just like questioning my life choices. Trying to be able to go out this dang window, but I feel like I was able to climb up on one of the desks before. This seems to be the only desk I could find. These ones here. Oh! Oh! There we go! Okay. Okay. So just gotta get over... Except I'm stuck. No! Shoot. Took me so long to be able to get up there. Man, it's like trying to jump down onto
Stanley
that
went
platform.
around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh, okay, there we go. Now, the tricky part is I gotta get over that barrier. Seems to be the only way I can do it, because the other one, the chair, I can't climb up to the chair on that side, so I gotta... Oh, there we go. See, that's tricky. How was I supposed to know that there was even a crouch button without looking it up? Alright, here we go.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Oh. No.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected Continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option
Wonder
is
if I
really
just hit
miserable
yes.
to listen to,
I'm tired
then
of it
perhaps
now.
you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Alright, guess we're restarting. And I definitely will do it again and see what the other option is.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
There we go. Now that I actually know how to do this.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
Is he gonna keep on going? Okay, I guess it is. Alright, alright. We'll get out of here. Alright guys, I think we got a good amount of endings in this episode, and I know there's probably a few other ones I missed. I believe there's 19 in total. I'm probably not going to go and do all of them. I'll probably wrap up with this one. This was actually a ending that I saw in some sort of like listicle or like a, you know, a video about like weirdest endings or things like that, and I always remembered it, and it's called, I believe, The Serious Room, and I looked up how to get it. So you kind of have to go a little bit outside the fourth wall here. So loading up Steam, right click on the Stanley Parable, go under Properties, set Launch Options, and we want Console. And we're going to close that up, and then we are going to boot up the Stanley Parable, and you guys will see The Serious Room. Okay, so we're now in the console commands, so we want to type in SV_cheats space 1, I believe. Hopefully this will work. Okay, I think we did it. Yes.
Stanley,
Yes.
This is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's where I come to be serious. That table is the most serious table I could find. I looked at many, many tables, hundreds of tables. It's possible I looked at over 1,000 tables. I honestly don't know. The specific number isn't as important as the understanding that of all tables I looked at, this one is the most serious. I relate this story to impress upon you the extent to which this is the most serious room I have, which is why I brought you here. You just tried to activate server cheats, which of course runs the risk of breaking the entire game. You've got no respect for the strict order of scripted narrative events, and I just can't have that. It's time to get serious, Stanley. No jokes, no games. Outside of this room, I might be more tolerant of those things, but now we're in the room. Which is why I'm subjecting you to the most serious punishment I can think of. 100 billion trillion years standing here in the serious room. Perhaps after that, we can talk about the severity of your actions and whether you've learned anything. But until then, serious room, go.
Alright guys, so I've been standing in this room real time for probably about 5 minutes, hoping the narrator was going to come back, something was going to happen, but it seems like I am legit being punished. He was being quite serious. So we will end this Let's Play of the Stanley Parable in the serious room. I feel like that's quite apt. I know that there are other endings and things like that, but I would like to get on to my next Let's Play, which will be, drumroll, To the Moon, which was another choice in my poll. For those of you who are wondering if I will be playing Undertale down the line, which was my third option, I think I will save that for another time because it's not quite as short as I thought it was going to be, whereas To the Moon is about, I think, about 4 hours, so that's perfect for this kind of in-between stage, the end of the year. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. That will be happening next Monday. I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play of the Stanley Parable. I quite enjoyed it. It was very different from the usual games I play, but I'm glad I gave it a shot. I really love the humor and the meta-ness of it and the kind of open-endedness of it. It was nice. It was a nice kind of break from the horror games, and I would never probably have played this if you guys hadn't suggested it, so thank you so much. Once again, thank you for watching this Let's Play. Look forward to the Moon next Monday, and I will catch you then. Bye, guys.
Stanley! 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 Stanley. Stanley.